like Jay Brock, cause I can score with a second on the clock.
Come on, y'all. Clap it up, man. I need some more than that. Come on, man. We here. That's what I'm talking about. It's your boy, Jay Brock. It's Clap It Up LA, and we are here for the season finale, and we about to chop some game with Heir to Prophecy. Are y'all ready for this? Yeah. All right, then. Without further ado, I need y'all to clap it up and make some noise for the one and only Heir to Prophecy. Come on now. Oh, my God. Pick up that mic, man. Let's chop this game. How you feeling today, bro?
I'm great, man. Always great.
That's right. That's right. When you think about it, bro, we done came a long way.
Bro, hell of a journey.
So how do you feel, you just performed. How often do you work on your stage presence and performing and everything?
Man, honestly, that's like the same time I'm writing the song, because it got to feel good. Like, if I can't feel myself performing it, I really don't even want to make the song. So I would say like almost every other day, like I try to write consistently as possible. Like even when I'm jotting down ideas, like I think about how does it feel? Like, can I move to it? And then can I see other people moving to it? So I would probably say like every other day, maybe like, I'm really big on kind of rehearsing like a little bit.
Well, that's good because you can always perfect your craft. Like I'm gonna tell you right now, before I do these interviews, I'll be in my living room on the couch, having a conversation like I'm sitting with my guest, right? My wife walked up on me the other day while I was doing it, right? And I was like, oh, I'm so embarrassed because I was really in the mood. Like, so you did this last week, and tell me about that. Like, I'll really be doing it. But see, this is the thing. Practice makes perfect. So we have to practice like that in order to get better at what we do. So coming up, you know what I'm saying, in the Crenshaw district, you know what I'm saying, tell me some of the things that you were interested in, and what did you think that you would be doing as an adult?
Man, honestly, like, probably around the time we really was kicking it, I thought I was gonna be a skateboarder for real. I'm not gonna lie, but I found music like our senior year, and then like you couldn't tell me nothing different. I knew that was it. Like I was like, I'm locked in, and it was just more like showing up for myself. That's all it really was, and investing in myself, and kind of just learning those steps, and then like I would say watching who's around me, and then trying to figure out if they're building me up. And things like that. I feel like it should have always been music because I was writing music when I was a kid too, but I was just writing like parodies. Like I was really into like Weird Al Yankovic. I think that's his name.
Weird Al. I feel like I know that name. I feel like I know that name.
Yeah, I was really into him back then, so I was writing like parody songs. So like once I recorded it, that was it.
Yeah. Did that have anything to do with confidence?
Yeah, I think anytime I do something, I always feel like I gotta perfect it. So I would say like just wanting to be confident in presenting the music and then showing like my peers and friends like that. But then once I heard myself too, like I'm usually like my biggest fan first. So kind of like when I do something like and I believe in myself first, it's not really much people could tell me.
I feel that, and that's really good too, knowing that you have that confidence and nothing nobody can tell you because this confidence thing is up and down. You feel what I'm saying?
No,
so somebody easily giving you some negative feedback can tear you all the way down. So was that something that you had to get stronger with, or was it something that you just possessed naturally?
I would say like it really come from my mom, like because I grew up with just like the household of my mom, but like I would say, we like 3-4 years old and we was living in a car. But then to watch my mom turn that around and then we in a place and then watch her become like the general manager of like these hotel chains and a regional manager and just see her kind of build up. And then it went from like having nothing to like, I'm gonna spoil y'all. But I knew that it came from hard work. So, I just felt like she always really believed in herself. So anything that I wanted to do, I was like, if I'm not gonna do it all the way and trust myself in it and kind of like know that I gotta be my first fan before anything, there's no reason to do it.
I feel that, man, especially when you can have things to look back on that contributes to your hunger and contributes to making you so much more determined that you got to make it after seeing moms hustle and get it all together like that. Now, how often do you think back on that, though? Like, is that something that's constantly replaying in your mind and constantly pushing you?
Man, honestly, I feel like I've been talking about it so much lately. Like, I feel like it's a big topic of conversation just because, I feel like I'm trying to, like, reach back to the core, like my story, and kind of give people like who I am, where I come from, and like and why I believe in myself so much, just because I know like I'm doing exactly what like I was here to do. I'm fulfilling my purpose.
Yeah, that's right. Clap it up and make some noise for that. Fulfilling your purpose is that's what brings the most happiness in your life. You know what I'm saying? When you out here and you just kind of lost and confused, don't know what to do, that's disruption. But when you out here actually living in your purpose, that's really not easy. That's where all your happiness and joy comes from. So I want to talk about the name Heir to Prophecy, bro.
Yeah.
Tell us about the name. Where did this come from?
All right, so my original name started as just Heir, and that came from my mom just because, like, you know, as a kid, I feel like most, like, you know, young men do that. Like, when they're a kid, they walk around like, I'm the king, or, you know, like, I'm going to be the king of this, or just kind of like that's just your mentality as a kid. Like, we think, like, a king is the highest status, so, you know, my mom just always told me, like, well, you feel like you're going to be on top. Why don't you just call yourself the heir, like the person that's going to inherit the top? And so I started there, and when I started writing music, I was originally doing like conscious rap completely, and I found myself using like the word prophecy a lot, and my boy was like, why don't you call yourself prophecy? And I'm like, I call myself Heir to Prophecy. Like, and a prophecy is like a foretelling of the future, so I just kind of was like a play on words to inherit the future of like, you know, the industry, or like, that's kind of how I put it, to just kind of like inherit the future of music.
Straight like that, I feel that I never put that together, like heir of the throne, heir of the prophecy. That's hard, man. I mean, because I was wondering, I'm like, man, that's an interesting name, man. Like, I don't know anybody else with that kind of name, so that also helps you stick out. So one of the things we discussed was when people hear your music, they don't see you in your music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you embody it when we see you perform.
Yeah.
But why do you feel like people don't see you when they hear your music?
I mean, I feel like off the stage, I'm just down to earth. Like, I feel like once I get on the stage, I'm a different person. Like, I'm not the same person you was just talking to 5 minutes ago. Like, I'm in full, like, entertainment, performance mode. Like, I embody the music. Off the stage, like, I'm really, like, social. I'm chill. Like, I don't really like to, I don't know, like, put myself on a pedestal. Like, I believe in my music, but I feel like it speaks for itself, so I don't have to, like, embody it off the stage. I think it just does the work for itself.
Yeah, the fake persona.
Right.
The fake persona. Have you recognized that is that something that you often see, though? Like, you see somebody, they on the stage, they in front of all these people, they act a certain way. How do you feel when you see stuff like that?
I mean, it is what it is. Like, people, you know, people are who they are. I think it's something that I definitely pay attention to. Like, you know, you get a lot of people who get on stage and they preach like unity, working together, coming together, and then when you know, you can't even speak to them, like, or you walk up to them on the side of the road and they, you know, they don't want to talk to you. So I think it's just people being who they are. Like, I feel like it's a persona to feel like, you know.
So to explain this, what is it that people should get out of your music? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the goal and what's the thing that people should understand about everything that you bring to the table?
Man, I think my only real message is hope, man. Like, I think one of the things that I stick to right now, like, and it's my biggest slogan, is help the hopeless.
That's dope. Clap it up, make some noise for that, man. Help the hopeless.
Yeah, honestly, like, I feel like hope was, like, always my thing, and, like, trying to, like, push hope. And I really kind of got that slogan out from, like, a YG interview. And I was, like, watching, he was saying, like, you know, I'm just trying to help the hopeless. But I knew, like, I've always embodied that, but he kind of just put it into the words. So, like, I just kind of adapted it. So,
Well, straight like that, man. Help the hopeless. Like, one of my things is I feel like when you find your purpose, it's something that you can serve people and not make no money for it. You know what I'm saying? When you know that you can serve other people and you happy serving other people, I feel like that's your purpose and that's your lane. So without further ado, clap it up and make some noise for the homie Heir to Prophecy. Your boy J. Brock, clap it up, LA. It's a wrap for that one there, y'all. Shout out my guy, man. Crenshaw.